Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your boy B3, aka the Kush Motivational Speaker. So you already know what time it is. I got another wonderful guest for y'all. I cannot wait for you guys to meet. So, hope you're ready for the flight, because I am. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zero Gravity. Yes. So, like I said before, I have another special guest with me right now that I can't wait to introduce you guys to. Coming out of San Francisco, California, this young lady is another cannabis entrepreneur who I really, really enjoy because I've actually got to try something of hers not too long ago. So please, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for Blue of Lust Pump. Thank you so much.
Definitely, it's a pleasure.
Yo, I'm
definitely
so
a pleasure to be here, man.
Yes, I got you on the show.
Man, I'm so happy.
Hopefully, you know, like I was saying before, you didn't get lost trying to get up over here.
Nah, it was pretty simple. It wasn't that bad. I had 2 GPSs going just in case, you know.
I don't blame you. You can get kind of lost around these parts.
Yeah.
It happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to bring her on because she is somebody that I've been hearing a lot around Vallejo and just the Bay Area in general. And not only that, her name of her company has actually been throwing a lot of people off too. And I had to get the reasoning. How did you come up with the name Lust and Puff?
Well, generally, it started with a clothing brand. I found a patch one day, and the patch said Lust on it. It was a red and black patch. I found it. It was just randomly just laying in the street, and I just picked it up. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good name for a business. But what can I bring behind this business? What understanding can I get from it besides it saying lust? Because when you look at lust, you only see what sensual things,
right,
or something of that nature, but it doesn't just mean that. So it started with a clothing line, and it started with the L being learning, the U, understanding, S and T, sticking to it.
Oh
man, can you slow that down?
Yeah, hold on, no. You know you gonna have to back that up. Say it one more time for us. L.
It started with the L for learning, the U, understanding, then we have the S and the T, sticking to it.
I like that.
Right? So behind that, you know, you can't really put much behind it when you understand the meaning. So I put by trade, because only by trade can you understand, learn, and stick to something. So that was my clothing brand. I have several different items that are out behind that, but my passion has always been cannabis. That's something I've always loved to do. Not just because it tastes good when you smoke it,
right,
but because it helps. You can knock out a migraine with just a hit of some good cannabis.
Hallelujah.
You know, so there's a lot behind it. I learned at a very young age how to produce it by a gentleman who is now my godfather. He was the first Black cannabis club owner in San Francisco.
What?
The first Black cannabis club owner in San Francisco, in the San Francisco Mint Mall.
Oh my God.
Right between,
in the Mint.
In the Mint Mall between 6th and Mission and 5th and Mission.
Yeah.
And it was just randomly that I met a guy. I used to work for San Francisco Chronicle at the time. And I was coming out, you know, everybody smokes their weed on their break or whatever.
Right.
And we were allowed to do those type of things. So I was smoking some weed on my break one day, and a gentleman was like, asked me, "You have a cannabis club card?"
Oh,
and I said, "No."
Days.
Yeah, this was like back in 2001.
Oh God.
Right? And I'm like, "No, I don't have a cannabis club." He's like, "I can help you get one. I'm a patient. You can be my caregiver."
Oh, right. So this is back when it was strictly medical and not legal.
Strictly medical and not legal, right?
Yeah.
So he took me up to 101 Grove in San Francisco, charged me $25. right?
Yes.
$25, that's a gateway to get any type of cannabis,
Oh my God.
medical cannabis that you want. Never been into a cannabis club before, so that was an opportunity for me, right?
Right.
$25.
Yes.
Paid it. I have now a California state seal cannabis card, right? I can go into the cannabis club and buy any kind of weed I want, and I can smoke it and can't nobody say anything to me.
Exactly.
So that was my gateway. Now, when I got in there, I met the owner of the club. It took me maybe 10 to 12 years of knowing this man before he actually revealed on how to produce cannabis. I bugged and bugged and bugged him. We fell off. I hadn't spoke to him in maybe 7, 8 years. I saw him in Emeryville at a Safeway. Random, in the parking lot. He goes, hey. I said, hey, how you doing?
Been a minute, huh?
It's been a long time. Haven't seen you in a while. He said, oh yeah, I live right down the street. Come by, check me out. We need to talk. Okay, shoot me the address. A couple days later, I go by, we talk. He showed me what he's got going on. He's cultivating again. Perfect. Has all his licenses. He's taking care of business. I said, oh, well, man, well, let me get on this. I wanna learn. Can you teach me? He said, nah. I'm not gonna teach you. Nah, you're not ready. All right, fine. It wasn't until maybe a year and a half later, I asked him again, can you teach me how to grow, please? He said, you really wanna learn how to grow? I said, yeah. He said, go get me $1,000. Bring me $1,000, I'll teach you how to grow. Be back in 20 minutes. Went to the bank, got $1,000. He said, oh, you serious? I said, yes, I'm serious. I really wanna do this.
Playing.
He said, all right. He opened the doors. He showed me what was going on. He said, this half is yours, this half is mine. And that's how it started.
Now, I don't, dang, now I have to ask, when he finally decided to teach, how did that make you feel?
It was overwhelming because it was like, wow, is he really finally gonna do it? Is this all it took for it to happen?
After how many years?
After
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
Of off and on relationship.
Of off and on relationship.
He had to, that was literally you knocking down the wall for probably a good 6 years.
Right.
And then just said, you know what, no, the hell with you. I'm not gonna deal with you anymore. And then by fate,
it brought me back full circle.
Hey, B, is that not how you and I came together?
That is true. That is how
full circle, man. It's amazing, right? It's like, how can you just think about something like that happening and then it happens?
It was fate.
It was God.
Yeah, that was God.
That
things
was God.
like we were saying earlier, there are no there's nothing convenient. There's nothing that just happens like that. This is God.
It's what he has in store.
This is what it's meant to be.
And I rocked and rolled with it, and we cultivated for a couple of years. And then we kind of split apart, but we didn't not speak. He just had to go take care of some family things. And we still talk to this day. He's coming back to the Bay. We're gonna start cultivating again together. So it's pretty cool. But then I had to add the puffs to it because I smoke.
Exactly.
And I'm puffing on something, but people still don't know what puffs means.
And
I gotta tell you.
Please.
Pure, unidentified future. Fortune and strength.
Oh, that's a whole nother shirt right there. Just breaking lust and puffs down would be a whole nother clean shirt.
It's just another experience. It's like another out-of-body experience within an experience.
That is beautiful.
It's for me, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's easy to understand.
I don't know. I like that because, I don't know if this is a good comparison, but, with the Bloods and the Crips, how, we only see Bloods and Crips, but the way how Crips started.
Right, right.
The way how it started and how it broke down is something totally different. Just like lust and puff. Give me some.
Definitely, man.
That's beautiful.
Definitely.
I like that.
Definitely. For me, like I said, it's a way deeper dynamic, because it takes a lot for someone to learn something. It takes a lot to understand it. but can you stick to it?
Do you have the mental discipline to stick to it?
And it took me a long time to get where I am with this company, and I didn't do it by myself. You know, you can't do things alone, and you can't be afraid to ask for help. I let my nephew come in with me. He's not here today, but I let him come in with me to teach him how to be disciplined enough to run a company. And it's not easy. It's hard as hell.
No.
But if you stick to it, you will definitely manifest something.
See, I love that. And that actually that just right there leads me into my other question, because you kind of answered my other one. You answered 2 in 1. I love that. So well, let that be known. I love that. So my next question is, what are some great resources that that helped you along the way during this entrepreneurship goal, on that path? What would you say were some good things?
A lot of resources that helped me was I gotta shout out my boy Jamal. Jamal True Love. He helped me by inviting me to an event. He invited me to this event. It was NFTs crossed with cryptocurrency with cannabis.
Oh.
Right?
Okay, we getting nifty.
Man.
Uh-oh.
Right. So
Emergence
he invited
of
me to
interest.
this event where it was a lot of high-end people there, and I ran into a young lady there who actually works for the equity program in San Francisco.
Ooh.
And I kind of started talking to her, and she kind of let me know about what resources that I could use to get into where I needed to be. Gave me her information. I called her that Monday. I was in the equity program 30 days later.
30 days later?
30 days later.
Oh my! Oh, that lets you know you were on point.
Simple qualifications or hindrances that we may have in the past, we don't realize that they can actually better our future. And one of the main reasons I qualified for the program is because I had a cannabis felony.
Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting?
That was one of the main reasons I qualified for the program. We young, we do stupid stuff.
Of course.
We make mistakes. I don't regret the mistake I made, because had I regret the mistake I made, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. Right?
That's true.
I regret the way that I got there, but the steps that it took me to get there is the reason why I'm here.
Talk about.
Had not made that mistake, would not be here.
That's right.
So they call them mistakes for a reason, because you're supposed to learn from them.
Exactly.
And my mistake gave me the gateway to learn. So there we are, back to that L, and understanding and sticking to it.
See, true to your brand.
You got to.
See, stay true to your brand.
You got to.
I like that, because, that's why when people always say, they hate their failures, but we learn from our failures.
Yeah.
That's what makes us better, because now we won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, I won't.
Exactly. Can I just say that you are a motivation in yourself? You're an inspiration. And
Thank you.
Just your movements. And here's the one thing that I always talk about motivators is that you're not looking to be, that leader. You're not trying to do that. It's in you.
I'm not trying to be an influencer. I would love to be an influencer, but for me, it takes influencing to be influenced.
That's right. Great people lead by example.
And so, I can only do what I was taught to do, and that's become true to myself. If I'm true to me, then I can be true to anything that I do.
That's right. Being true to yourself is really the whole point of being able to be a successful and established entrepreneur.
Yes, definitely.
So, and now with that being said,
what we got next?
So, I always ask people when you being the entrepreneur and having your brand, there's certain things you like more, certain things you like less, but sometimes they give me a list of things. But what is your favorite strain, and what's probably one of the favorite products that you like to sell on your line? products?
I like to sell my beanies because people like to wear beanies whether it's
Yes.
hot or cold, right?
Yes, I can agree.
Right?
I can agree.
So like,
yes.
and they're comfortable, like, and they come in many different colors, and it's you don't have to get a size because it's one size fits all.
Oh my God, I love me a good beanie. I need that
Right.
all the time because, as you can see, hairless, they come in handy no matter what. My only weather I'm good at is springtime. I can't do
Yeah.
summer. I can't do winter. I can do spring though.
Right,
with
right.
nothing on my head.
Right, right.
Every other season,
Yeah.
I need something on this cranium. So yeah, now what's the favorite strain again?
This is our fruit salad right here, and this is one of my favorite strains because it was a pretty complicated strain to produce. It has 3 of our best flavors that a lot of people like. Cherry Crush, Pineapple Crush, Watermelon Crush combined into one. So, you get a very fruitful taste when you smoke it.
If y'all can only smell what I smell right now, it's like this is lovely. It's and it's purple as fuck. See, look, you don't even need to zoom in on
We gonna
this to
smoke
see the
some.
color.
Did you all know that here at the Zero Gravity Show, we like gifts?
We do.
We like it when our guests bring gifts. And I'm not saying that's not a plea or a request. I'm just saying it's lovely. It's very lovely. It smells delicious.
Yes, it does. And we are connoisseurs in this game, so we kind of like to be able to, if we go push your brand, we want to be able to say, yeah, this is some good shit. We don't want to be like,
Right.
yeah, it was okay. Hey, we don't want that. We don't want no. It's okay. And also, if I didn't introduce my partner in crime back there before, please, ladies and gentlemen, with the Dr. Claw hand back there, my ambassador of sound, JC. What's going on,
Why,
brother?
thank you. I'm so honored that you introduced me and brought me on the show. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, as I said, we call that the Dr. Claw cam because you can see it's pretty hands back there. But now, back to this beautiful bit of fruit salad.
Why don't you try some?
Oh, by all means. And you see, she already had it rolled up, man. I mean, I tried to come prepared for her. I tried, but she beat me to it.
I mean, you gotta be prepared for the game, right? They say if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Ain't that the truth? Give me some.
You know?
And oh man, I do get a real fruity.
You get a fruitful taste.
I get a real fruitful taste. And what would you say is this more of a hybrid?
It's a hybrid.
And then where does it lean towards more?
On the indica side.
Oh shit.
Yep. Y'all know that's me.
Leans more on the indica side. It's pretty heavy.
My audience are not surprised at my coughing.
Right.
That's a good
Activate
thing.
the cough.
But I mean, I feel like if you cough, it's a good thing when you're smoking because it opens up a side that you never hit before. Right?
Ooh, I like that.
It opens up a side you never hit before.
Never
right?
hit before because
Yeah.
you didn't open another channel.
Yeah. It's something good to flow through, right?
You're stretching those lungs out, man, to
You
make
got
room to absorb that.
Yeah. It's just some good flavorful stuff. If you ain't had it, you better get you some.
Hey, y'all.
Fruit salad, lust puffs.
Y'all better talk to the. Yeah, I'm gonna need me some fruit salad.
Oh, you got you some.
Oh, yes.
You got you some.
You guys better be prepared. Miss Lust Puff is coming at y'all hard as hell.
Yeah.
And you want to know something? It's not harsh. It's actually, it's strong, but it's not harsh on the throat. So it's like, I can hit this as much as possible. I guarantee you by the time I'm done, I'm probably going to be done. I'm probably going to be laid out.
We don't shoot no blanks. We hit all targets.
I'm talking about, we don't do blanks here. We do all solids.
No rubber bullets.
No rubber bullets.
No rubber bullets. You know.
No rubber bullets. Well, now I'm gonna get just a tiny deep with you because
Let's
I
go.
can the energy you put out already is wonderful. So I got
Deep
ask
is my
you.
thing. Let's go.
So, what's one thing you wish you would have knew before you started Lust and Puff?
How hard it was. I wish I knew how hard it was. How many sleepless nights I was gonna have.
Oh.
How much blood, sweat, and tears I was gonna have to pour into myself. Because You never realize how much you pour out when you're working for someone else.
Right.
You come home tired every day, you know, it's a normal tired because you're used to it, right?
Right. You can,
But when you're working a job and you're working to try to better your own business so that you don't have to work another job, it becomes really, really tiring.
because now you're working for another person. You're not really getting your work. Your worth is kind of in the balance right now when you're working for somebody else.
Also, didn't really understand how hard it would be for me as a woman in this industry and a Black woman in this industry. Okay. It's a lot harder. I mean, we as who we are as Black people already have strains and problems put forth against us, but there are things and obstacles that we need to overcome within ourselves that make things harder than they need to be. So first is overcoming your own self-obstacles so that you don't struggle as hard as you need to. And that's what I wish I would have known first. Because had I known to work on me first instead of work on me during the process, it might have been a lot easier, less blood, sweat, and tears. There would have been some, but maybe not as many.
Right.
But now that I know that, I can tell you guys to keep yourself first, work on yourself first, and make sure you're taken care of so that anything you do or lay hands on, right, is going to be taken care of regardless.
I feel that.
That goes back to that stay ready thing, right?
Yep, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. See, look, good weed. You ain't smoking, it stops itself.
See, and then we not wasting none.
That's automatic weed saving mode.
Isn't it though? It's already built in.
Self-saving.
You know,
Self-saving.
already built in.
So, I love that because working on yourself, because like we say, being an entrepreneur is not easy.
It isn't.
It really takes a certain mental mind state to do this type of stuff, you know, and to be able to come out stronger, you know, because most people go through the trenches and then that they battle scars was too hurt. You know, they battled all these scars. I leaked out. I couldn't survive.
Couldn't make it.
But then there's others that, hey, I'm just go patch myself up real quick. Let me get back on the floor.
Yeah.
And, you know, those are the that's the true meaning of entrepreneurship to me in my eyes, is that you took your lickings, but you kept on ticking.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of like, I learned that strong suit from my grandmother. You know, she was born in 1927, which means she's been through some things.
She was born in the 20s.
1927.
Oh, Lord.
She just left us January 7th of this year. So she been through some things. She's seen some things.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
My God.
But the knowledge that she brings will always stay.
Much respect to Grandma.
You know, so it was a long journey. She held a lot of my secrets that she took with her, a lot of my heartfelt pain that she carried the burdens of for me. And it's amazing to be able to still be in the position that I'm in and continue to strive.
That means it's not on you, it's in you.
You know?
I like that.
And I can't complain about it at all. People ask me every day, how you doing? I'm blessed.
See?
I ain't got no complaints.
Oh, you know what? When you said that, you know, people outside looking in,
right.
There's always expectations or what they think you're doing, or so. What would you say? Because you know, and shit talking too. So what's
of course that.
So what's a myth you would like to debunk about your business right now? Because you know, apparently they probably think you know you're just smoking the best every day, all day. There's no work. You know, a lot of people. So what would you say?
Oh, there's work.
See, so what's a myth that you would like to debunk about your business that you know everybody likes to talk shit about apparently when they think you own a brand, like a canna brand?
I guess I would say like something as simple as
get that ass straight for you.
Not having the right kind of product. You don't know where my product comes from. You haven't seen how my product has been made, so you can't comment on things you don't know.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, like, that's a real big thing.
It's
It
a
is.
big thing.
Because they're quick to be like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know where the shit came from. This is outdoor. You know, there's always something, there's always some, like.
Looks can be deceiving. I tell people all the time, even though weed is purple, and that's what we're used to seeing,
Right.
and that's kind of like the new generation of things, weed being purple. It's not purple, it's not good, right? But the generation that I come from, when I started smoking weed back when I was 12, right? Weed was not purple at all.
Was it?
It was freaking green.
It was mean green. And you got lucky if you had little bits of like purple in the corner.
That
And
was very lucky, and very seldom did you find
Very
weed
rarely.
that had purple in it.
Oh my God.
You didn't want no brown weed. You knew that for sure.
Sure, from jump.
You'd take some dark green weed, but if you had that light green, you had that shit, right?
That mean green.
You know.
Ugh.
So you can't say things that you don't really know about, because some of the best weed that's smoking out there is green.
That's true.
It's where it all started, baby.
That is where it all started. I mean, come on now. You know, if you ever gotten lucky enough to go through like a wooded area on some funniness, and you just see weed just growing, like it's not purple.
It is not purple at all.
It's not purple. That bad boy is green. And the only way to make your weed purple in the first place is you got to get it in a real cold area, right? That's one of the ways, if I remember correctly.
That is definitely one of the ways. Or sometimes certain purple weeds can be molded.
Really?
Yes, really. Certain purple weeds can have color to them. So there's a lot of different things that.
Well, there's different reasons, right? Excuse me for interrupting. There's different reasons that it might be purple, right? Like
Definitely.
nutrients,
Yes.
lighting, those
That's
types
like
of things.
and sometimes it could be like a deficiency sometimes too, right?
Definitely.
See, that's crazy.
And so that's what I'm saying. You can't speak on what you don't know.
It's-
There are some weeds that naturally grow purple.
Right.
There are a lot of them. Runts, gelatos, a lot of them naturally grow purple. And a lot of them we use to cross and create strains,
Exactly.
right? Because we want that purple weed. Because that's what people like.
Because that's what's in now. So that's pretty
That's
much
what's
the sales.
what the new age strains are.
It's purple everything.
Purple everything.
And even,
But that starts from Granddaddy Purple.
give me some.
You know what I mean?
I miss my old
keep
grandpapa.
Coming back.
That's
to
where
my
it starts
strain.
from.
It's
Granddaddy Purple.
It keeps coming back to my home. See, I told y'all.
He
Hell
right.
no.
He right.
Episode 1.
Episode 1 of all of this, I said Granddaddy Purple was the turn point, my favorite from jump. I told y'all, I have a fucking
Got a witness.
legend right here with me who is a witness.
And that was the first strain that he taught me how to grow.
You got me for life.
That was the first strain I learned how to grow. It was Granddaddy Purple.
See, it's over now. It's over. I'm less than Puff forever. I'm less than Puff forever. I don't know what y'all need. She already got me. I'm part of the squad.
For
What
sure.
you need? What you need? I'm part of the squad now. Did you not just hear what she said? Yeah, I'm part of the squad.
Definitely, man.
I'm an official part of the team. now.
And you got the new hat, the
See?
new version of the hats.
Y'all, you hear this? This is the new version. Yeah.
With the exotics on the side and the LP on the back.
Oh, I like that, man.
This one is the old version
and that's still clean.
with the exotics on the back.
That's,
No LP, but we've added the LP so that you could get both front and back
that's
of Lust
clean.
Puffs. Yeah.
I'm telling you, yo. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
We got
I'm on
official
2010.
new era hats too, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, Zero Gravity gonna have to join the Lust Puff squad.
Oh, definitely. It's always good.
I've yet to have
Always
anybody.
welcome.
You are now you trusted. You
Always welcome.
you are certified. Yeah, we go.
Yes, mark me certified. I'm with it.
Certified.
But they say checking the cash.
Yo. Yeah.
I want to go back to growing Granddaddy because I want some original Granddaddy out there because people have it, but it just doesn't taste right.
Oh no, it's either.
And I know how to grow it, so I want to grow it. But that's why I said my godfather who taught me how to do it, his name is Roy Grimes, by the way.
Roy Grimes.
He taught me everything I know, and he is coming back to the Bay Area, so that's one of the strains. He wants to bring back some of the old strains like Blue Dream, Trainwreck, Champagne.
Oh.
He wants to bring back these old strains because nobody has these old strains.
Can I put in a request?
Black Widow, White Widow, Jack Herrera, these rare strains that nobody carries anymore.
Sour D, what happened?
Sour Diesel?
Where's my Sour D?
Definitely.
And what do we need to do? Because, I've always been on that hype. Like the Granddaddy Purple I've had, the only person who came out with some decent Granddaddy Purple was Ken. So, and after that, it was one other dude that had a decent strain, and then they started getting piney and grassy, and then it's the fuck, I don't remember smoking this. And then I remember when I used to smoke Granddaddy Purple, it would take at least a couple puffs, and before you know it, you're like, yeah, man. You didn't passed out. You wake up with the blunt in your hand, oh damn, how long was I out? All right.
Just choked you up, right?
It's you brought me back.
Hey, that's when you know you got some good stuff.
Cause I won't lie, I was getting ready to ask you about Granddaddy Purple when I saw this, so I was like, I wonder if she does.
Yeah. I want to bring that strain back. That was one of the first strains I learned how to cultivate, and I wanna bring it back. So definitely.
Hey, I am there whenever.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as it gets to starting, I'll definitely give you a buzz, shot, ring.
It is, because I'll be quick to just say, hey, I got a Lust Puff exclusive. Y'all ain't ready?
Definitely. We'll get back in the lab, and as soon as it gets brewing.
Oh God, Jay, and then she go have your Jack. It was Jack and what?
The diesel.
Green Crack. Oh, Sour Diesel.
Sour Diesel.
Yeah, I didn't bring up the Green Crack, man.
Oh yeah, Green Crack is a good strain too.
We're talking about the green, right? I mean, that is a bright green.
That was a bright green. Nice.
That was almost neon.
Yeah. Real light green on that, yeah. Some good stuff. Definitely.
See, that's... Yeah. We here. Well, get this. Like I was saying before, how I said you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
And not only that, you're a motivation for me, for Jay, and for anybody that's watching as well, because any person I bring on the show, I just always want to emphasize that you get people into high gear. And, you make people get into high gear. And like I was saying before, you're not trying to motivate people. You're just trying to be a decent human being, just trying to get your money.
That's it. And if I can motivate people along the way, then so be it. I want people that I am motivating or trying to be something that they want to be to see that you can always do that.
Exactly.
All you got to do is stick to it.
Has there ever been a time that you felt like, should I quit?
Oh, several times.
And then
several times.
Picking back off of Jay?
Yes.
You feel like faith
has definitely played a big role in it. Because I'll tell you a small story. My goddaughter came to see me about a week ago. We buy Girl Scout cookies from her every year because that's what she does. So we make sure we buy them from her and keep her stuff functioning. But I had just came from church, and I was inviting them to our Sunday service. And her mom's like, tell her. And she's like, no, I don't want to tell her. She's like, tell her. She's like, she's not going to get mad at you, just tell her. She's like, okay, well, I'm an atheist. Right?
Right.
So I said, well, I have a question for you. Why are you an atheist?
Yeah.
She said, because I just haven't had any proof that there's a God. I said, wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
So let me answer this question for you. Let me give you the answer to the question that you don't have proof to.
Right.
You believe in the future, right? She said, yeah, I believe in the future. Can you see the future? No. Faith is believing in what you cannot see. You can't believe in something you cannot see, right? No, I can't. But then how can you believe in the future? Because they said the future, who is they? Right? There's no they, there's no it, there's no he, there's no she, but there is a we. Right? And we all live in this life, but we can't see the future, but we know there's a future coming. So with faith is in believing. And you have to believe in order to see. So yes, I have strong faith, and faith plays a big part in what I have going on, because if I didn't have faith in myself and faith in God, then I wouldn't have anything that I have. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Because that's beautiful. See, that God is your backbone.
He is my number one backbone. Number one at all times.
I respect that.
He comes first before anything, even before me.
You know, now, shoot, throwing me into that tailspin, what inspires you?
Everything inspires me, because it's not as simple as one thing, because a lot of people can say, oh, well, this person inspired me to be who I am. But everything and everybody that has been or played a role in my life has inspired me, because they've had some reason to be in my life. So I have to dig apart what reasons people played in my life and why, and that's what inspires me. So it's a number of everything.
Different occurrences. Or you could say all of them that come, all the ones that you've had.
Every experience that I've had, everything that I've went through has inspired me to be better and do better and try harder.
Learning from our mistakes.
Learning from my mistakes.
And sticking to it.
Learning and understanding.
See, keep coming back to that, I see.
It's a number one rule. You have to learn and you have to understand, because if you don't learn, then you're not paying attention. Knowledge is power, but you only get knowledge if you're learning it.
Exactly.
Right? And then you have to understand what you learn.
If you don't remember it, you didn't learn it.
You didn't learn it.
Yeah.
So you have to learn and understand. And then if you understand what you're learning, then you can stick to doing whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing to benefit your life.
Love that. See, with that on top of that shows how well-rounded you are.
Thank you.
And, not to say that just if you don't have any belief or you're not in higher power, not to say anything about you guys, just entrepreneurs in general need to have something to back them.
Right.
It could be faith, it could be confidence, but as long as you have your mental state on point,
right,
I feel like you can accomplish anything.
Anything. And
just not only to have your mental state on point, but to also have God on your side.
Yeah. It's a plus.
I don't feel like you can lose.
And trust me, I failed before.
Oh no, yeah.
But it's not about failing. It's about getting back up and continue to push forward.
What a friend of I forget what the speaker is. If you hit rock bottom, that's a good foundation to build back up from.
Always.
It's not over.
Everything started from a rock.
Exactly.
From nothing.
It started kicking over a few rocks, and them rocks turned to wheels. There's nothing that can be stopped.
Right. The only thing that can stop us is the stop lights and the stop signs.
Ooh.
When we roll over a speed bump, it's a minor speed bump to the road to success.
Come on now. As long as you're on the right path, just don't mind that fork in the road. It's probably going to be...
Look, I tell people all the time, it's as simple as this. God will give you the path to take. He will provide you with the resources. If he tells you to go straight, go straight, because that's the path you're on. It's a straight and narrow. There's always going to be things to the left of you. There's always going to be things to the right to you. That's why he gives you a choice. You can choose to go left, veer off the path. You can choose to go right and veer off the path. But if you follow the path that he's led you on and go straight, you're going to get where you're going. So once again, you got a choice. He don't take freedom of choice away from you. No. He gives you freedom of choice. So what are you going to choose? Right there. What you going to choose?
What you going to choose? I like that. See,
we all get the same 24 hours in a day.
It all depends on what we use it for.
Some people choose to sleep. Some people choose to get up and eat. Some people choose to go out on a run.
Some people decide to go out and grind.
Some people decide to go out and grind. But you have a choice.
No matter what. It's a motivational quote that I written not too long ago. We have the choice to be miserable, or we have the choice to be strong.
Right.
No matter what, it's all the same work.
It's all the same work.
All the same work. And you know, being a business owner now, you know, you have a brand.
Yeah.
So with other people, you know, I got people from early 20s to late 50s and up checking me out right now, you know. Thank y'all that's watching. I really appreciate you. And I just want to ask you, what's some advice that you could give to other entrepreneurs out there that's trying to get their foot in the door, or, you know, just trying to get started or anything of that nature? What's a little bit of advice you can give?
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
That is hard to do.
You know, we all stand on pride, and that's one of the number one things that holds us all back, right?
Yeah.
Pride holds you back. I tell my own people that all the time. Don't be so prideful, right? But I've been a person of that, a victim of pride. You know, I've been afraid to ask for help before, and it's not lead me in a good place, right? So unfortunately, I've learned along my path and along my journey to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help, because when you ask for help, it opens up the doors to help you get to the place you need to be.
Is it like, could you give me like a time where you were actually asking for help benefited you?
Yeah. When I wanted to get my record expunged, it wasn't until I met the person from the equity program who introduced me to someone else to clean my slate. Once I got in the equity program, I was able to clean my slate. I have no record, I have nothing. It was like I never existed in the system.
Did it feel like, because there is, I won't lie, when asking, that's because the main reason why people are fear asking for help is because it's always
they're afraid of a rejection.
The no, you know, that's what's gonna hurt. Can you tell me, how did it feel though when you actually asked for the help? Did you have that fear in the back of your heart that you
Definitely had the fear in the back of my heart, like, oh my God, they're not gonna help me. They're gonna tell me, oh, I think it's too late, I can't get it done, you know, because it was probably like 20 years after the situation had happened, you know? So you would have thought maybe it just will go away on its own, but that's not how it works. Nope. You have to really do the footwork. You have to go through the motions. You have to ask for help. You have to find a way to get it done. Because, you know, you think that the system is going to do it because that's what they said they were going to do, right? Because it was supposed to drop down, but that's not what happened.
So it actually stays there.
It stayed there. The felony stayed there.
So
it was supposed to be dropped down to a misdemeanor after I went through my banked probation and so forth and so on, right? Mm-hmm. But it did not. I mean, I didn't get in trouble anymore, so it didn't require me to have any situations or any complications with anything that I was doing, but it was hard. having the hindrance.
Right.
But as soon as I asked for help, I was afraid to ask for help all that time because I was scared that it wasn't going to get done. Because it hadn't gotten done. So, yeah, it was a huge fear.
Yeah.
Huge. But closed mouth doesn't get fed, right?
Ain't that the truth?
I asked for the help and it happened.
See? You heard that, y'all. Ask for help. It does hit the pride. It hits hard, really hard here, but the worst thing they can say is no.
It's the worst thing they can say.
And it's up to you. It's your job to keep going.
And that's the worst thing anybody can say is no.
It's it. It's like, no, okay. On to the next one.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. On to the next one.
Say, like I say this all the time because I came from the acting background. It's like out of 1,000 no's, there's one yes.
At least one.
You know, there's always one yes floating around there.
Somewhere you just gotta find the right person.
It's gonna get there.
And I tell my people is that all the time. Like, even my nephew who I work with, who I'm bringing up also under Space Station Exotics, as I'm adding him to our Lust and Puff brand. I got him on our tablecloth. So shout out Space Station Exotics, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I tell him all the time, you don't have to have a lot of people. You just have to have the right people.
Exactly.
You do not need a lot of people in your circle. You just need the right people in your circle.
That's it.
And with the right people in your circle, trust me, everybody's gonna win.
You ain't never lied. And, you know, as long as, and funny thing we always say, as long as you can learn something from your friends, you got there. But if you're the smartest one out of a group of your friends, you need to get more friends.
Right.
So, you know, so it's like you want to make sure, you know, because iron sharpens iron. You want to make sure we all grow up
Everybody's
stronger.
sharp.
We all get that.
Everybody's sharp.
See, and the fact that you're, you know, the way how you're, you know, you're extremely influential.
Thank you.
You do know that, right? And, you know.
If I didn't, I do now.
Yeah, you are. And with that being said, so with the way you are, I have to ask, could you, or if you could give me a few, because you've told me two already that I know they're going to be on this list. So who are 3 influential people who you feel like who've, you know, influenced you the most?
Man.
Because, you know, I feel like I know one of them's gonna be on this list already. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing. So I'm just gonna let it, I'm just gonna let it play out.
Well, I was supposed to do a podcast prior to this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to do it with my cousin Daryl. He has his own podcast, and I talk to him a lot, and we talk about a lot of personal things. But, you know, he's my younger cousin, and you would never think that someone who's younger than you would be a stronger influence than you, right? But he says a lot of things to me on a day-to-day basis when we talk that make me think a lot about the situations and the things that I'm doing and how to better them and how to maintain them on a different level, but a higher level each time we talk. So he's definitely a strong influence for me.
I like that.
My guy Mel, he don't think it, and I be on him a lot. But he's a good influence too. You know, I love him. That's my boy. Shout you out, DJ Melly Mel.
DJ Melly Mel.
You know, and you know, honestly, I wish my grandma was still around because she is like the major influence in my life. Even though she's not around, like, she's here daily and it just keeps me striving all the way.
I feel that.
All the way.
See, you know, it's not ever goodbye. It's more of a, I'll see you later on.
Yeah, right. So it's okay. Like, it's okay, and I'm good with that. I am okay because I already know what's up.
You know, I'm so happy I picked this quote for you then. Now, I know when I sent you the questions and you probably was wondering what does he mean by motivational question. So what I've been doing lately is I pick motivational quotes that I get just by off my first interaction with you,
Okay.
this is the quote that I picked. So when I got a chance to talk to you on the phone the other day, it was very easy for me to pick this quote for you.
Okay.
So, you either decide to stay in the shallow end of the pool or you go out in the ocean.
Right.
That's what I got from you.
Yeah, I'm a little more on the risk taker side. I feel like if you don't take a risk, you never know what may or may not happen.
Exactly.
You take a risk, you might end up with the world.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to put something in it to get something out of it.
You have to take a risk. You know, life doesn't go off guarantees.
You know, that reminds me of something I heard before. If you want your life to change, you have to change yourself.
Definitely.
Yes, ain't that the truth?
That's definitely the truth. If you want something to change, you got to change it. I started this with $1,400. $1,400. And I'm not going to tell you where I am now on camera, but I can tell you this. Even if you start something with saving $5 a day, $5 a day from this day forward, from a year from now, you add it up, you do the math. $5 a day from this day forward to a year from now. And you don't think about it. And then you go look back. In that box, you put them $5 in for that full 365 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I bet you'd be happy you put them $5 away.
I love
All right,
that.
so I have a calculator.
See, there you go. See, now you're going to make him pull out his calculator.
That's all right.
What is it, Jay?
For the record, okay.
For the record.
I don't do mental math. All right. So we're talking, that's $1,825.
That you wasn't even thinking about.
Just is sitting there, stacking away.
Remember, I started this business with $1,400. I just started you a business. Right?
Exactly.
That's the first step. Put something to the side.
That's what I like. Oh my God. So with all of this beautiful energy that I've
right?
I have to ask you, what's next on the list for Lust Puff?
Well,
Lust and Puff. Sorry, let me properly say it correctly.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, I'm gonna eventually go into Lust Productions.
Yes.
So I have, Lust and Puff still. I have still Lust by Trade, which is the generator of all of this. And then I'm gonna, I got my DJ, up and coming DJ Melly Mill, and then I got a guy named Big Twice, not once, but Big Twice.
Big Twice.
That's gonna be coming up on the scene soon. So we had to shout him out, get him out here,
Get him on the show.
But
definitely get him on the show. We're gonna get them both out here.
Oh, heck yeah.
And then, that's where we're gonna go from there.
Ooh. Oh,
so
man.
I hear branching out is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan.
See, that's what I like to hear. And like we say this before. Usually I let Jason say it, but this time I get to beat him to it. Whenever you come on the show, we consider you family.
Definitely.
So this will not be the last time I have you on the show because we're gonna have you come back.
I'm down.
All right.
Down.
Because we're gonna be like, yeah. Well, let's just say that they're not gonna be too far away from me. They're
right
gonna be
here.
too far away from me.
We in your local Bay Area. Tap in with it.
And we're go ahead and give Miss Blue her shot at her 22nd commercial, because that's what we like to do here. We like to let people give us their whole little insight, and she will have her tags on there as well, and I'll make sure she says them too. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, people, you know what it is. It's us, me here, Blue. We on Lust and Puffs. You can tag us at Lust_Puffs on Instagram. That's again Lust_Puffs on Instagram. We are definitely in your local Bay Area, Vallejo to San Jose, pretty much anywhere we travel. So tap in with us, see what we about. We got premium and quality only for you.
Yes, and not only that, don't forget about her clean shirts and the clean shirts and these hats too, y'all.
Definitely, we got hoodies too.
This is nice. And then just the color and stuff is clean. I like this.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I like
Definitely.
this. Like I
That's
said,
our gift to you.
Yeah, I'm part of the squad. I don't know,
Definitely
yeah.
part of the squad.
Yeah, because ever since she already made it that she's part of the Granddaddy Purple gang.
Definitely, we love Granddaddy on this side.
So yeah, I'm quite okay with joining the squad. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna need one of them beanies too. Like
for sure.
bald.
Any color preference?
Usually I'm very plain. I'm black.
You got it. Coming to you soon.
Hey, are we getting outfitted on the Zero Gravity Show
Hey,
or what?
I mean, right?
She knows she's good quality. That's all I'm gonna say. Good quality, y'all. Good quality.
I pick quality over quantity.
See. She's trying to hook us. That's what this is. She thinks she's slick. She's trying to hook us. She's trying to hook the Zero Gravity Show, and she just might.
I brought the oil so we can get slick.
See, give me some here. Yeah, man.
Definitely brought the oil, you know?
Oh, man. So, hey, y'all, I just want to say again, thank you guys for tuning in. And, Blue, thank you for just coming by and giving us your time and just inspiring us.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you for letting me know I'm an inspiration. I want to be an inspiration, and I appreciate it.
Oh, you're beyond that. If anything, you knew this. I was just a reminder.
Man, I appreciate it. Definitely.
Yeah, you're already a great person. We're just here to remind you how great you really are. All right.
Man, I'm only walking and living through him.
See, you see this?
That's it.
Do you see this? So, hey, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you again for tuning in. And, thank you, Lus and Puff, for coming on and giving us your love. And again, y'all, you know what my favorite saying from Les Brown is, work harder on your dream than your job. Good night, everybody.